Good evening. It's been a little while since I streamed. Probably 3 weeks. I am sorry. A lot going on. Um, got some interesting new things to mess with tonight. We're still on the Dark Angels, although we have totally uh, totally wiped on Cervantes' Warlord Challenge. I have to look actually to see where it even is. I'm sorry, Cervantes. Let's see, Warlord's chat. We are. I'm not even in the points. Mission 5. Due tomorrow. Okay. So maybe I can do it. I think I can. I could probably do 5 miniatures tonight to a reasonable level to at least submit to Cervantes' challenge. So we've got 5 destroyers glued to their bases. The bases are at least base coated. So we'll break up the time with them with this converted Horse Heresy Dark Angel console and this converted Dark Angel Horus Heresy, not 40k, because the Dark Angels are, it's before they had their shattering, their issue. Okay, so completed infantry. I pledged destroyers, and it's due tomorrow. I gotta send him a DM before noon tomorrow, Greenwich Mean Time, so I'll get it out tonight. Ooh, Mango's doing Aluris Terminators. That's kind of cool. Alright. And then the thing after that, I don't know if he rolled for the next one. I guess we'll check tomorrow. 2 slightly different missions after. Let's see. As we know, we will be having 2 slightly different missions after this pledge is done. We have a month of doing an HQ character and an elite infantry over the 4 weeks. Then after we have the big mini. Oh, then after that we have a big mini. This can be the centerpiece or a large model. Do I do the lion? I haven't put them together yet. Rhapsody Studio has joined us. Alright. Alright. Well, let's get to work on at least what we're doing here tonight. Okay, so we're going to work on the Horse Heresy Destroyers. So I finally pulled the wet palette out again. This is my old wet palette. So I've got 5 destroyers that we'll work on. Let me just adjust that a little bit. So, but yeah, I finally pulled that out. So, again, these are base coated black or undercoated black. And then I just did the pieces around the feet. Let me get this near a little bit more. Here we go. So we get that. So I just did the the tread before I glued them, just because it's a pain. And then we're gonna do more to the base too. But all right, so wet pallet's already set up. We're going to do this and this to hold that down. So we'll start with we're going to start with lead belcher. I need corn red, and then retributor armor, but we'll come back to that. So, alright, so we're going to work on that. Alright. So I got, a few weeks ago I had said I had pulled the trigger. Let me just take a look at these. I haven't actually looked at them yet. These were brought up to me. Ooh, I can't remember who told me about these. But they are weathering pencils. There's metallic effect set. And then, although I'm told you can, I've never tried it, but you can take a lead pencil and do some interesting things as well to models. And then I have a rust streaking effect, one that I got to mess with them. I'm curious. I mean, is it just essentially looks like a regular pencil, but oh, I mean, I guess it's got some interesting, especially because you can edge things and very well controlled. That's interesting. I guess what's interesting about it is you could mix up, definitely mix up different colors of rust. This. It is a little tough to do on a smooth surface. You have to press a little hard. It is a lot more controlled than dry brushing, that's for sure. It's another, I think it's another tool for the toolbox. Man, I cannot remember who told me about these. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very cool. Oh, okay, so you can moisten a brush and then help blend it. Okay. Very cool. Read the directions first. Oh. It's kind of interesting. Really easy to do bolts with this. Really easy to do bolts. Huh. That's an interesting thing. That is interesting. Hmm. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Hmm. Interesting. Doesn't work for everything, but kind of cool. Yeah, it has a lot of potential. That's aluminum showed up pretty good on the black. It's a little brighter. I know a whole set of them was like $60, but I wasn't, and these were about $7 a pack, which really was not bad. And they obviously they show. I mean, that's a Lehman Russ right there. So very cool, very interesting. I'm gonna have to play around with those. Uh-oh. All right. Okay. All right, let's get started. So there's definitely some interesting. I guess the pre-order for the new Warhammer Quest game is going to be tomorrow, which is very cool. Alright, so we're taking Lead Belcher. I haven't really used this setup in a while, so. And we're going in and doing the power packs and power lines of the Mark IV Destroyer armor. We just want to, I don't know why I was putting off using my, going back to wet palette for so long. It's ridiculous. But we're just going to go in and we're going to mark out all the different spots that we want metal showing, where scrapes and anything would be in the armor. So like the upper portions of the feet. We are going to come in and probably do some red, but I'm still going to score some of the knee pad there. And bring that up that way. Do the bolt pistol. Camera. Oh, what happened? Oh. Huh. Our painting camera stopped. That is weird. Let me see here. Huh. It shows that it's working. That's weird. That is weird. Or is it not catching up? What is going on? Video capture main. You know what? I might have hit. I could have hit the cord. Yeah, that's probably what I did when I was moving it with my foot just now. That's what I did. That is probably what I did. There we go. Alright. That was weird. Very, very strange. Alright. So... So I noticed, they're doing that pre-order tomorrow for the Warhammer Quest set, the new one, which is it's nice. It's very nice. A lot of miniatures. I was a fan of the old Warhammer Quest, so hmm. Seems like all the brushes I seem to grab are like going out. Alright. We're just gonna use an army painter brush for now. I'll dig through and there we go. But the that Warhammer Quest set is very cool. I just gotta turn this down a little bit. Very, very cool. Definitely worth the money. I was always a big fan of the old Warhammer Quest. For sure. first one that came out. I got everything for Blackstone Fortress. I just haven't played it with anybody, sadly. I don't get to play as many games as I would like. Um, but it is a great set, and I can definitely use some of the miniatures for Chaos. So, very cool. Yeah, there's an interesting mechanic I saw too that they put up on Warhammer Community. That it's mechanics like this that I'm going to mention that really, really add to a game. And the mechanic is the game essentially comes with a clock for the turns, and when it becomes nighttime, certain creatures like the vampires and some of the night creatures become more powerful. And I'm sure some of the scenarios start randomly, some start fixed, and then events I'm sure can occur where you get a late start on the day and you wanted to get into the city and do more, or get in there quicker and whatnot. So these are conversions. These are not actual destroyers. These are using Mark IV armor and Mark IV armor and the Interruptor shoulders, and the Assault Mark IV arms, and then various oh, I forget the model of the pistol. It's not the Phobos pattern for the Mark IV armor. It's gonna drive me crazy until I remember it. And I'm using the Dark Angel heads, which I have a lot of. That fan blowing over here is not helping my wet palette. I'm running my 3D printer in the office, so it's a resin printer. That's one of the new things I got, and I've been not a wasted moment with it, but I can probably pull this off because it's charged. Just gonna go along the edges here. Do a little bit of scuffing. A little battle damage and stuff. It was starting to warm up too here in New York, and sadly it like flipped back. It's like 30 or 40 out, I think, tonight. So the outside is not as productive as I would like to be. But spring is coming. I was talking to a few people from the Ontario area this week, and they said it was like down at -1 a couple times this week. So yeah, it's cold. I don't know if they were talking in Celsius or Fahrenheit, but either way, -1 Fahrenheit is obviously colder for us, but -1 Celsius is still chilly. Still chilly. Alright, so we're just gonna finish up these grenades. It's weird, my light is flickering a little bit. Alright. You go to the side. Now I probably hear the 3D printer in the background doing its thing. See, this bolter or bolt pistol is from the plastic set, and then this is a Forge World one, so there's a slight difference in them, but all the barrels are drilled out because I'm weird like that. think I completely set up my wet palette right. The corners are not holding down very well. Paper's just drying up very, very quickly. I know what I forgot to do, too. Let's help. Yeah, that fan's gotta be on, sadly. We're gonna have to point it. Just away a bit. Do. I hadn't streamed in a while, so like my setup is not in the optimal positions right now. Sadly, sorry if I'm moving stuff around. I was doing some cleaning in the office, and I think I hit a few things. Yeah, that light is kind of tweaking a little bit. I don't really like that. It is not cool. I just cannot get in the right position tonight. Neck is just tweaked a little bit tonight, bothering me. Yeah, so it goes on. The Warhammer Quest set goes on pre-order tomorrow. Um, I so I don't remember if they said what the price point was for that, but I'm gonna have to take a look on. Surprised Varric didn't say yet. It's probably gonna be between 160 and 200, I'm sure. But even for that price of two, if it was 160, it would really be a real good price. I just don't think it's gonna go for that. I think it'll be closer to 225. Does anybody know what it was announced at? I guess we'll find out tomorrow exactly, but I thought I'm surprised I didn't see something. Varric is usually on board with that kind of thing. Maybe he's just not interested in it. No, he was. He was actually interested in it. He really liked the set, from what I remember. Um, that's right. So I will get this done for tomorrow's Warlord Challenge. I will. About halfway done. Just checking the 3D printer. Mm. God, I know this is bad, but I can't help it. I just didn't set it up, or I think the way the fan's blowing, it's just drying it out too fast. So, paper could be something wrong with that too. We'll see. I will, we'll come back to it. I do love the studs on the armor, but it does make it take a little bit more time. Um, to paint. Once I finish this one up, I'm gonna take a look for the price on the Warhammer Quest set, because I'm really curious. Oh, let me get that here. Okay. Hi, Hannah. How you doing? I miss talking. Yeah, but I mean the fan feels good though. I got a 3D printer running in the room, so I'm trying not to kill myself with the vapors. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. checking on. There's a pre-order coming out tomorrow, and I was curious what the what the price was going to be. Yeah, but you're right. The fan does need to be turned down for sure. Sorry, I'm reading some DMs, pre-orders. Like a key to the city. Not the real city, but the cursed city. You can order, if you pre-order online, you get a key to the city for the pre-order. You get like what is it? Write Your Legend. Oh, you get, if you pick it up from a local store, you get that. You get a stunning key if you pre-order from GamesWorkshop.com, which is kind of cool. I'm sure that'll go on eBay for a ridiculous amount of money. It's a cool key. But Cursed City, get the key to Wolfenkarn. Let's see. Copy. Let's see. What's the 199? 200. I should have guessed. Yeah, the witch hunter with the tall hat. Yeah, he is very cool looking. It's for what you get in the box at the miniatures, the amount of miniatures you get, it is a deal for what they sell their standard miniatures for, and the amount of stuff in there. It's kind of like a dungeon crawl in a sense. So, how you doing? You hanging in there? Ooh. Ooh. Drinks are on you. Drinks are on you. Yeah, it helps, but it's not. It is not huge. We'll see. There's talk of like another one, but it's not gonna happen quick. have all kinds of people working at Home Depot that wouldn't normally be working there. Um, Not that that's a bad thing. It's just, you know, some teachers that were let go from certain private programs that aren't like have tenure, and people from various computer, all kinds of stuff. Some, teachers was one of the big ones I saw. School in general. A few other things too. Just sucks. I would have never thought this last year would have been like this. Okay, you too. Thanks for stopping by. Check something real quick. What is that? Jesus. Ah. Yeah, so 199. That'll be one. So I'll get it for 160. Yeah. Yeah, 160. You can keep that key. I'll take the 40 extra dollars off of it. I mean, it's cool. I'm not gonna lie, but I would rather say $40 than. Man. That April Fool's video was pretty good too. This week from GW. Can't say they haven't embraced social media and it was like 10 years ago, I think, when they first jumped on Facebook or MySpace or Twitter or something. They just, they didn't take it very, they took themselves too serious, and I think they like disabled it and for a bit until I guess they got their head wrapped around it, or they hired a social media manager. Yeah, it's the internet. Things are just like that. Internet comes free with trolls. Free. This is more of the tedious work on this because most of the main stuff is going to be picked out with the lead belcher before we go back in and do some of the finer different colors and such. So this takes the most time, I think. This is actually one of my favorite poses for some reason. Just because he has sort of like that ready to go stance, resting gunfighter. Here. Okay, we're almost done with this one. And then we're going to change the water after this. Definitely always want to try and do that whenever you're going from metallics to colors, because there's you're going to have a lot of that flex in your water, and it can really affect the paint, because you're going to have there we go. Okay. Alright. Now the missile launcher. Let's go to this crest metallic. And this is actually from the Redemptor set. When I used the plasma Fusilier, and unfortunately you don't get enough pieces to do the upper body, but I used the Horus Heresy plastic bolter piece because I have a ton of them, and it meshed pretty well together. It's this piece right here, and then this is the missile launcher piece that it comes with. So you only get one of those pieces with the Redemptors, which is the plasma burners and such, and but you do get the lower piece of a missile launcher. Now the missile launcher is smaller on this because they have like a suspensor web, and it's supposed to be like a fast attack type of missile launcher. You have an option of rad missiles, which is going to reduce toughness, and psych out stasis. I can't remember. Rad's the biggest thing, because you get that. If you're wounded by it, you get -1 toughness for the rest of the game, which is huge on a marine on marine fight. So, let alone if you're doing a crusade scenario and using like one of the Mornvale Eldar lists at toughness 3 already, forget it. Toughness 2 for the rest of the game. But I wanted to do the Dreadwing for the Dark Angels because they get all the nasty Phosphex rad weapons and all the stuff for destroyers and everything like that that I don't get and I'm not allowed for the salamanders. So um, yeah, and the Dreadwing is just awesome, fluffy rules on wiping out Xenos and cultures and planets. Unfortunately, there's nothing really exciting about this painting right now. me change out the water. I will be back. There we go. So weird sometimes it shuts off. Anyway, all right. So the water's changed. We're gonna paint the next two stages basically of the. We're gonna do Steel Legion Drab on the leather bits, and the Purity Seals as a base, because then we'll come back and we'll layer them up with a few other things. While this stuff is drying, we are just gonna get some Warnfang Brown and clean up this base with the just a number 1 brush is probably fine. So we're just cleaning up the base. Thanks for anybody that was hanging out. It's kind of a slow Friday. Not a lot of streamers, and already Spanish and German, Europe, are popping on, so they're early morning. Hey, Carrion Lich, what's up? I've been MIA. What's going on, brother? I have to finish up my destroyers for Cervantes' Warlord challenge for tomorrow, so I'm trying to at least get them like table ready. Just so I can at least take part of it. Just fell behind. Yeah. Nice. If you listen very closely, you can hear the resin 3D printer in the background. I got it Monday of Monday last week? No, maybe week before. And I honestly, there's been very little downtime if I can help it with that thing. There are so many STLs out there that you don't have to pay a dime for. And there's some that are really cool that the creators charge very little. Very, very little for them. It's very easy to set up. Setting it up wasn't a problem. Figuring out some of the quirks about... I think the first bottle of resin I got was expired, and it's actually only good for about a year. So, and there was no expiration sticker on it. Every other bottle I've gotten since then has had a expiration. It seems to only be good for a year. I've tried, and I've tried two different colors, two different types. So, the bases are they nice and clear, nice and clean. I have them for a Chaos Warlord, Titan, Nurgle Knights, War Dogs, a Warhound, Forge. Yeah. Oh, you got drones? I have 3 original drones, but I would still like to. It's a 30K bike. You can't actually really see the detail as clear as it is, but that costs me about 25 cents to print. It's ridiculous how easy. Resin, not bad at all. You can smell it, but it's not. It doesn't have the toxicity that that the what do you call it, the filament printers do, because they're essentially melting plastic. The resin printer is it's like a soy-based resin. Or they're soy-based, poly, blah blah blah. So it's minor. You can smell it, but it's not bad at all. And again, it doesn't have those potentially toxic fumes. I do have to. I do have to. As a precautionary, I will drain the resin through the filter back into the bottle, shake it up every now and then, just to make sure that the resin doesn't sit too long in the vat. But it is magical. The longest print I did so far was 14 hours for a corn slaughter something harpoon arm for a buddy of mine that has a World Eaters army. He's got two of them, so I did one left arm, one right arm, just to put some variation on it. And they each took. They were big on my plate. They basically took up almost the whole space because it's not a massive plate. I can actually show you the size of the plate. Let me just. So I bought. You have to scrape it off, or get the scraper underneath it. But I have to. So the whole printing area plate is this big. So whatever I can fit into a plate of this size, you know, I can print. Basically. Now I can print probably, something that tall, and it's just a matter of manipulating the part. And some of the quirky things about 3D printing. This is a magnet plate that I got for it, so I put the stuff prints upwards. As it prints and raises up. But you put this magnet on the plate, and then this goes on there, and then it prints on this as it slowly prints and raises up print. So when you take the plate off, you just take this off, and then to get the whatever's on there, you just flex it so it's able to pop off easier. So this came with like a set of two, but for me to put this on, I have to clean everything out. I have to take the resin vat out and put a clean thing on, and then cover the screen and re-level it, because this raises the level of the printing plate by like a couple millimeters, and the system needs to zero itself out. I have breathing issues from years of smoking, like a steam engine, so I have to be careful with this. Yeah, this is like, if you get it in your eyes, it's bad. It says use gloves and mask when using, but when you put it into the printer, you cover it, so until you open it, the what's it called? It's like the same thing with when you paint. There's a very low vapor. Hey, Paul. VOC. That's what it is. The VOC. Vapor something. Yeah. So, so this is a liter bottle. This is about $30. Right here. And I like the Eligu. That's what I've used so far. That was the second type I bought. I have an Anycubic, and the resin I got, something was off with it, so I think it was expired. And this has you got to check the expiration dates. So when it comes, and it comes right from Amazon. And yeah, that's really it. And when you want to get rid of it, you just volatile organic compounds. There you go. I worked in the paint department, so I had looked it up, but I forgot it since then. But yeah, so it's a very low VOC. Like it's right over there, And whether or not I'm going nose blind, I don't know. But when you want to go get rid of it, any of the excess, like the resin that I thought was bad, I just poured it into a solo cup and put it outside. And because it's ultraviolet activated, that's what the lights on the bottom basically hit the different areas of the plate, and then create a 0.02 layer is what I have it set at of whatever it's printing. And yeah, I just left it on the stairs, let the sun hit it, and it turned into a rock. You just throw it away. Just because it solidifies, it's no longer an issue. Some of the videos I watched, when the guy said when you have failed prints, because you're bound to have failed prints, whether something just weird happens, there was a bubble in that one spot, whatever angle you did. It's weird. The 3D printer likes between 30 and 45 degree angles, turning the object slightly. I don't know why. I don't know what. It's something to do with the physics, everything about it, the magic, the little gnomes that build it that you don't see. But do I have a? Yeah, so it comes out. So this is another 30K bike. So when it prints, that's the slight angle it's at, and then you just have to make sure you put it high enough that it's not going to touch the plate, depending on how thick you do the base. I chose 5 layers for the base because it's a really solid, secure point. That's what it recommends. So as it prints, this would be the base here, the plate. This is down, this is up, and then these are just the supports. And it reminds me of the way the supports are, and the brittleness of them. They actually, I just pushed that with my thumb. They recommend warm water, but it reminds me of like the doozers from Fraggle Rock. But yeah, this is like the little supports, and you can just set them at different. So, but you put it in warm water, and they get soft. So when you push on them to separate, but there's really little cleaning as long as the model's good. And then you take it out. It's still kind of soft. You put it in the cleaning machine, which is isopropyl alcohol. The light hit where it should. Yeah. Yeah, it's like LEDs. They're like really tiny LEDs or UV LEDs. But yeah, you take it out. It's still a little sticky. It's actually good to let it, when it finishes, let it drip, because there's still resin, because this is essentially dipping in the resin. You let it drip off, and then you clean the excess resin off of it, and then you put it either on the windowsill in the sunlight, or the washing curing station basically has UV lights in it, and it just spins on a turntable. And it's like you set it for 6 minutes, and it's enough. Yeah. So, but I printed a couple things for a buddy of mine. I just sent him out in the mail last night. He should get it by like Saturday or so. But what's going on, Paul? How you doing? Okay. I'm okay. Yeah, we're gonna use this the Steel Legion drab, and we're gonna hit essentially the purity seal oath of moment for brown, just to lighten it up, because when we come back, we're gonna use, you know, lighter colors. Enjoy the silence. What have you been up to, Lich? Oh, aside from the bases. Is everything transferred over? Yeah, I got the first shot. The VA opened up to all ages regardless. Because they got to get rid of it. It expires, so... so whether or not you have, you know, it was 65 and up, and better to use it than not, than just waste it. And I went in on I did a Friday walk-in, or Thursday, Friday, one of the days, because they opened it up like on a Monday, and I thought maybe it would, you know, be overwhelming, and I got there right when it opened, and went in, and I felt it beat me up for a couple days too. I'm getting the Moderna because that's what they have there, so I got to get a second shot. 2 weeks from now. So I scheduled that on a Friday, because I figure the second shot is what Karen, when she got her second shot, it beat her up pretty bad. So the flu shot always, you know, kind of put me down for a couple days anyway. That's just the way my system is. But yeah, especially with you being near your mom, it's really a good idea to... Did your mom get it? When the Army gave me like all my anthrax shots and stuff like that, we had to always get flu shots like every year, and a lot of different shots to be good to go and everything like that. So it was a pain. I never refused anything. I just always, yep, man, let's go. I don't think you could. Well, you probably could, but it would just cause a lot of problems in the military for you. I watched the I watched the video, by the way, Carrie. The uncensored one. It's so... Oh man. I think they're actually gonna... Right now they're scheduled, Rammstein's scheduled to do a U.S. tour, I think. Depending, you know, on what happens over the next... Yeah, it is. I mean, it just is. Can't argue with that. Did I get all these? I guess I got them. Alright, so we're going to go in and do some red. We start with corn red, and then we're going to do some... I guess I need some black. I did undercoat them, but it looks like there's a few spots that I didn't quite. It's a good song, though. Yeah, in a concert, he had like a little mono, like a fiber optic thing going just in the corner of his mouth, real tiny. But in that video, he definitely cut his cheek. But I mean, he's already got piercings anyway. He probably, I'd be shocked. I'm shocked that he didn't already have a piercing there. But um, you know, he's got, you know, eyebrows, and he's got a nose ring, and so what's crazy to me is those guys all grew up in or Eastern Germany, still like at the Cold War, you know, and it's almost like they had that repression of. I remember going to the MoMA, which is modern. Paul knows, Modern Museum of Art, and it was they had a Eastern European art. God, you would think I would remember this name after working in a museum. Yeah, what's it, when they have a, not a display, but I always forget this. Anyway, so the point is, so it was like a 1970s, 1980s art that had all been done in Eastern Europe. So what was interesting to me, it was I had to go to there for a class, like I think the history of art history exhibit. There you go. Yay! Thank you. I had to go there for art history. I did not take it from an art standpoint. I just took it from my history stuff because I was interested. And it was, he was very, very easy on me for grading because everybody else in there was like an art background. And he really went easy on the grading because like they would put a picture up on a slideshow and you'd have to say what the medium was. So if it was like a fresco or oils or whatever it was on canvas, oils on wood, whatever it might have been, the artist, and then the year, and then there was a few other things too that you had to do. And I was like, and when he asked the class who was an art major, like everybody but myself and like one other person raised their hand, I'm like, and he goes, okay, well, I'm not going to expect as much out of you two. And then he asked me why I was taking it, and I said I'm a history major. And I was curious about, because it also covered architecture. So, you know, Gothic and the different architecture over the years, both secular and non-secular. But anyway, so, but we had to go to the MoMA to look at this one thing and can write, not a long paper, but on one floor, the exhibit was this postmodern Eastern European Under the Iron Curtain, and then of the same era you had like the Western art, and the Western art was like what's his name with his soup cans, you know, and different impression art and just odd stuff. But then you had the Eastern Europeans. It was like the only way they could express themselves. So it was like anti-communism, anti-fascism, speaking out, and so it was like you look at one side and you go, yeah, Warhol. Not impressed with Warhol shit. I mean, I'm not an amazing artist by any means, but was not impressed. I thought the expression and the messages behind, the Eastern European stuff had a lot more to say. A lot more to say. Like there was one whole art piece that was done in barbed wire, but there really was night and day. It really was. Isn't modern art that's done now. I don't know, man. It was in the MoMA, so you tell me. It was, well, you also in the MoMA you have there were some Van Goghs and Starry Night was in there, so that's I don't know. I don't have. You'd have to talk to somebody that went to school for that specifically. They would be able to tell you more. Or you could probably Google it too. My grandparents escaped the communist purges when they took power in Russia. This was a kind of disdain for. Yeah. There's a lot of confusion and misunderstanding about socialism and communism. Some people think it's the same thing, and I'm like, no. My next door neighbors were like 9 in the Soviet zone post World War II. Yeah, some of the phrases I get, but I don't know at all. I mean, I kept the books. That was like the only books I didn't sell back was anything that had to do with history. Like biology, gone. Math, gone. Yeah, those all went back. I was like, yep, you're gone. Don't want this crap. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't. But yeah, it was. I'm not really sure why I got on that subject, but it was definitely I guess just comparison of art from different areas. But yeah, I don't know. Warhol just wasn't. Whatever. Everybody has different tastes, right? Was it Norman Rockwell didn't like the artwork that paid the bills? Chinese food? Why are you making fun of Paul? Don't make fun of Paul. No, 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 no. I'm in Hopewell Junction up by Fishkill. Still relatively close. No, my girlfriend was crazy and asked me to come live with her a couple years ago when she bought a house. So, last time I was there, Terry's room was clean. Maybe a couple last year, 6 months ago, something like that. Goal's the same. The way they get there is a bit different. Clean. You know what? Yeah, I'm dead serious. It was absolutely clean. Well, Keith is his roommate now. We won't get into that. My old room. Me. I don't think I'm gonna get this done for tomorrow. I went up taking pictures and just there's a Warlord challenge that I do not think this unit is due for tomorrow, and I'm not, it's just not. I don't think it's gonna be done. I could have it done by 12. Picture of it. 12 Greenwich Mean Time. You see that, Paul? Where do you get your playlist music from? This one I made. This is I just looked for covers of songs that were like done metal or rock. But this, if the algorithm catches it, it'll mute it. So like if I have a recording of my stream on Twitch to rewatch it, it might be muted out in some spots because it's damn space fish commies. What? What is that? Oh, it's why I refuse to play down. Yeah, I guess they are fish. But it's because it's the one set of music that I have that I play that's like 40 cash. I have the dude's permission. I found his stuff on Spotify, but anything else that's essentially you won't get a strike for it. You can't. It's not like I'm monetized anyway, but you can't. You know, if you're not paying the rights for it, which is weird because you would think Spotify. That's weird. Oh, you know what it is? It's because the bot picked up fish commies and wanted to stop it, and I clicked on it and let it through. Like for some reason, like it picks like damn. It wanted to stop damn. But then I right clicked it and let it through. Like it wants to prevent like swearing or something because it's not a mature. It's not set on mature. So Not sure why it flagged fish commies. That I really don't know. That was really weird. Like I can go in and also like pick particular things to flag and not let through, or I can type in words, which is kind of funny because I could prevent you from like. I guess I could actually flag Tau. Nobody would be able to say it in the stream. Oh god. Somebody just tinged me with something. Hang on. Depends on your channel permissions. Yeah. I don't have a bot really set up. It's in the OBS system already in Twitch. But I can set up more stuff if I want. I can't. What are you doing? I'm not gonna eat while I'm on. Oh my god. But I'm not gonna be on. What is it? Maintain them instructions. Max even are. What, are the rules bad? Are the rules just crappy right now? I don't know, I haven't played a damn game and the last time I played was I did not play Tau. The only armies I played against under 8th before the Space Marines got updated was I played against Necrons. I played against oh, I should have did brown there too. Yeah, sorry, I played Necrons, I played Harlequins, I played Eldar Soup, which was horrible, and Admech. The scenario did not favor the Admech guy. So, what else did I play? Harlequins were pretty nutty. A lot of people are saying Drukhari are pretty badass right now under the meta. I am really interested to see where the rumors go that recently came out for what do you call it? I really want them to do a Chaos Guard or Dark Mechanicus. Well, you can have the Trader Guard. You can field them. But like a full Trader, yeah. Horus Heresy, you have the closest thing to have a Trader, Guard, and Dark Mechanicum. Actually, the next release that's supposed to be coming for Horus Heresy prior to the latest rumors is 10:30. I'm not gonna stay on too much longer. Well, yeah, they don't have their own rules. Yeah, because I'm gonna spend some time before the girl goes to sleep. Where is this? The... Let's see here. Fight 212. Oh, the other thing is the Imperial magazine is available in America now. I ordered the first one and subscribed to it. Where is this? Where is that? The rumor mill. Oh, here we go. Heresy 2.0. What is this? Just print on my plate. Oh, that's kind of cool. Ooh. Well, that's nice. So, what we got here? Yeah, but they don't have this. So we got, alright, so Heresy 2.0 coming later this year, or this year. It doesn't say later this year, it just says this year. Supposedly a really reputable source, too. Plastic starter set to be released with it or after it. So a third starter set, which I'll probably buy 2 or 3 of those. A lot of plastic kits are coming, already have been made for Horus Heresy. So if you like or dig that style in 40K, that's what's coming. No more black books. I'm not sure what that means, whether they're going to release something else in its stead, because they essentially have all of the Space Marine Legions done. Rules still are owed 7th, but they're just cleaned up and some new things are being added. I really hope they transition the Psychic, because it's very, very bogged down. They're going to make Dreadnoughts have wounds, and big focus on Heresy again, and bringing it in line with AOS and 40K to get the same support again. So that way, just a lot of things from these last year and a half have kind of really messed up with their timetable. No future release previewed. Either GW are cutting HH, or there's something big coming. Perhaps it's delayed. Nah. By COVID, bred sick, blah, blah, blah. The financial reports of HH systems are in terms of importance, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's all trash. But yeah, the Imperium magazine, issue 1 is $4.95. And then so I subscribed to Imperium magazine. We did get it. Oh, I'm sorry. The US got it. What? We didn't get any other of the subscriptions. So, like, all the other cool stuff for Death Guard was only in Europe and EU. Yeah, no, we do. Do you want the... dude, they just announced that it... they just did it. This is... I'm going to put the link in. I subscribe to it. Right here. Yeah, it's... we get it now. So, the thing is, the trick of it is you have to go... it's a quirky website, okay? So, buy the first magazine, and then separately go in, add it to your cart, right? Buy that, and then go in and start your subscription with number 2. And when you subscribe that way in your cart, don't just do a buy now. Add it to your cart. Because it's weird, because it wanted me to have or save the my address and actually have an account. In the system already before it would let me subscribe. But that is the US one. Yeah. Yeah, so, and then you get the extra stuff delivered with the subscription. So, you get paints, and then at the bottom, if you subscribe today, you get a kit, a Citadel modeling kit, you get binders, dividers, paintbrushes, a painting handle. So, yeah, they finally came down with this dumpy little magazine that you get way more money worth of stuff in it. Way more. Issue 1 is $4.95. You get, not that I need 6-sided dice and a measuring thing, but for $4.95 you get $60-some worth of miniatures. I mean, why would you not do that? Because those miniatures separately would be about $30 a piece. And they want $4.95 plus tax. Okay. Sure. You know. Yeah, they announced it on the Warhammer community site, and I didn't even see it. And somebody told me about it. They posted it in one of the forums I'm in on Facebook, and I was like, "What? Oh wait, were you the one that told me about the pencils, Carrion?" Because I finally got some of them, and I was messing with them earlier on stream. I mean, I didn't do a lot with them, but yeah, I finally got a couple sets of the pencils. So, yeah, very cool. I'm definitely going to have a good time messing with them. And then, you know, it says kind of using waters to water them down a little bit just to get some smudging and things like that. So that should be pretty good. Yeah. Subscribe to that now before the issues run out or whatever. I can't believe that thing's like not sold out. It's so ridiculous. Yeah. It's what? What's the price again? It's like it's so you get so much stuff with it. It's just ridiculous. I was like, what? And then if you take the survey, you get a chance to win a $50 GW certificate. Yeah, $13 an issue, because it's like the shipping is more than the magazine. I guess if the magazine was in store, like I guess that magazine in the UK is just on the racks in Tesco's and like Walmart style places. It's just in a magazine rack in the stores over there in bookstores. So it's, you know, £4 or whatever he was Rich was telling me, or Ryan was telling me. And so you just walk in and you grab it, and that's it. But probably because it has to be packed so the miniatures don't get crushed in our brilliant mail system. But $13, you still get a month. You get like $50 to $60 worth of stuff. It's a no-brainer. As soon as it got announced, I was just like, what? And I was just like, but I was messing around. Still looks like an awesome deal. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. They did 2 magazine subscriptions in England similar to that, and they were really long and really big, and it was very cheap, and you could basically build everything in the Death Guard army came, and every new Primaris thing, and some terrain and stuff like that. It was massive, and it wasn't available in the US. It was only available in the UK. But it was probably like $1,000 worth of miniatures for like a couple hundred over the course of 4 big subscriptions. Conquest, yeah, they had one for 40K, and they had one for Age of Sigmar, which was the Night Haunts and the yeah, plus a ton of terrain. It's ridiculous. But we couldn't get it here in the US. You could buy it like on eBay, but you know, it just wasn't. Yeah. And you didn't have to get the whole subscription, and you know, I mean, it was. People were like, "Oh, it was all easy build." All right, whatever. You got a ton of stuff with it too. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh yeah," because even if I don't, like, I have a couple friends that play Necron, so I can always trade them for, you know, whatever and bits and things like that. But that first one, you know, those miniatures. I think they're selling them separate now. The Primaris Lieutenant, it's gotta be $35. Gotta be for each one of them. What did they just? I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty impressive. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry for you guys swinging by late, but yeah, everything's back on track now. So I'll be in Mondays and Tuesdays. Carrion, Paul, thanks so much for stopping by. But I'll catch you guys later, man. Have a good weekend, all right? Happy Easter.